We're getting pretty close to these construction signs. Hey guys, today we'll be driving to a shopping mall in Short Hills, New Jersey. We have a single disengagement this drive, and funny enough, it's during the first minute. Let's dive in. We're starting off in a parking lot at Target. We left this parking lot successfully last time in a previous video, and FSD was even able to dodge a shopping cart. Unfortunately, FSD performs a little worse this time. FSD immediately tries to enter through the drive-thru of this bank, and it's not even entering the right direction as you can see from the arrow on the ground. We just started our trip and we already have our first disengagement. I manually guide the car out of the parking lot and re-engage FSD. If you saw my other videos, FSD is amazing, but it has issues with incorrect map data and it doesn't read signs. So we run into situations where we're in the incorrect turn lane or we're making right turns on red with signs that tell us not to. It's an issue that I hope the Tesla AI team addresses soon with the next update. Someone in China who tested FSD recently said this on X. FSD is a good driver, but it just needs to follow the rules of the road. I feel like that's somewhat applicable to what I'm experiencing with full self-driving right now. We have a moment coming up that shows how well FSD is able to change lanes during busy traffic. So we need to go to the right since we have a freeway that we need to get on. FSD is able to change lanes twice within just a few seconds. While admiring FSD's lane changing skills, it does make a mistake right here. So we have two freeway entrances coming up and we're supposed to enter the one on the left. Either FSD didn't know that the entrance to the freeway was on the left, or FSD couldn't find an opening to get to the left lane. Who knows, but it might be another mapping related issue. Since we entered the wrong freeway entrance, you can see the navigation on my display rerouting us, and we have to make a really lengthy U-turn, unfortunately. This causes a few minutes added to our journey. We'll be on the freeway for quite a bit, so I'm going to briefly talk about some FSD news. I've been reading posts from FSD users in China, and the general feedback is that it's the #1 self-driving system in the Chinese market. I heard the competitors are also quite good, so this is a big deal. If you check X, FSD is able to navigate busy cities, but also rural places with narrow roads. You also have this one funny video of this guy who has a cup of water on his door while using FSD, and FSD doesn't spill a single drop of water. We have a moment here where we have some construction going on, and FSD gets pretty close to these construction signs on the left. The car takes its time to merge into the lane on the right, but I really wish it did it sooner because I was getting a bit sweaty, to be honest. I mentioned this before, but FSD can pull off crazy moves that don't cause an accident, but it needs to do it in a way that makes the passengers feel comfortable. I know you guys like toll booths, and we have one coming up right now. There are quite a few cars around us, but fortunately we have well-painted solid lines so the lanes are really visible for full self-driving. I complained in the past about how FSD can be too fast when going through toll booths, but it's currently going at around 30 miles per hour, which is reasonable. Historically, FSD has gone up to speeds of up to 45 miles per hour at toll booths, which can be quite scary. From what I noticed, its speed is also dependent on the cars around your vehicle. Continuing the discussion of FSD news, Chinese FSD users are in for a treat. Since China is only on their very first FSD version, it still has issues. The good news is that Baidu, a big tech company in China, will be collaborating with Tesla on improving the quality of FSD, so that's super exciting to hear as an investor. FSD is also in beta testing for those with Hardware 3 in China. I don't have the exact number of Hardware 3 cars in China, but it's a significant number and Chinese Hardware 3 users have been waiting very patiently for FSD, so I'm super excited for them. We're almost at the mall and we need to do some shopping. FSD makes an interesting correction here and changes lanes to the left at the very last second so that I can follow the route. To be honest, I'd rather have FSD do this earlier rather than the last second, but this is okay too. Anyways, this wraps up our drive. I need to go find a parking spot now. How do you think FSD performed today? Let me know your thoughts, and thanks for watching.